I'm so glad that Denver got knocked out because I didn't want to see them win it again. Like the plateau, because the West was so good this year. I'm talking about deep. I mean deep. And the surprising thing was just you see Dallas just just like studies, not below 500, but just, Luka injuries, just they were just right there in the pack, G. Like you couldn't, I didn't say, oh, I got Dallas coming out the West.
Nobody did.
Did not say that. I did not say that.
As a matter of fact, I remember when Kyrie first went over there. Everybody, the talk was, will this work?
Will this work? Wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
that was the talk. And it's interesting, man, to see the way, and I think this could be a trend for the league too, the way that the NBA could be shifting again. Because at first you needed 3 superstars to kind of win.
Yeah.
Even though I think during Jordan's time you needed 2 superstars. Then during LeBron's time it went to you need like at least 3 superstars. And now it like the trend could be you really only need 2 superstars and you can put some really dynamic players around them.
Some really good players around them. You're right. Yeah. Because I think for the next 3 years we're gonna have 3 different champions.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Boston's gonna go back and win. If Boston win it this year, they won't win it next year.
Gotcha.
Like I think somebody else is going. I think somebody. That's how good I think the league is. Like you said, shifting. Like I mean, we all kind of knew Boston was head and above everybody in the East. You know what I'm saying? This year, like we knew it was their time. Like you got to get it done this year. But with all the things that happened with it just lined up. Like it made it easy, almost easier for them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad Cleveland didn't make it. Didn't hand it to them. And but we knew that was going. Come on, man. We're gonna rock these people. But I'm just glad Boston is gonna be able to showcase again they fans and the NBA like, yo, we know we got 2 juggernauts.
That's what I love so much about this series. The storylines are all over the place with this series.
We playing against 2 offensive juggernauts. Absolutely. We cannot stop them one-on-one. Like we got to be a team to beat these 2 dudes right here.
And it's
because they can just go off. I mean,
but here's the I think the biggest factor to me in this series is going to be is the bench play. I think Boston has a little bit more than what Dallas has. So it's going to be interesting to see how Jason Kidd, who I think is doing, an amazing job. I mean, interesting enough, he probably should have been the coach of the year, but they're going to always give it to the team that wins the most games. But sometimes I think the coach that has to do the best job should win.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, he dealt with a lot of injuries and.
Yeah. I mean, and then you think, Kyrie come over there, you have to give credit to the organization. Kyrie walking into the situation, understanding it in his mentals and say, I'm going to be this way. You know what I'm saying? Like it seemed like he's just a whole totally different dude of no outside noise distracting him. He's not being involved. He's just like he happy now. Like, I'm in the best place of my
man. I'm glad you brought it up because I want to jump into that. Kyrie's maturation over the last few years. I mean, we saw him go from Cleveland to Boston to Brooklyn, to Dallas. And it seemed like at one point, and I'm just talking about basketball related, I'm not talking about any of the off-court stuff, but it seemed like at one point, Kyrie is kind of trending more heading out of the league than he was being this phenomenal, as they're calling him, number 2 guy. Because the question has been, is Kyrie the best number 2 guy ever? Who knows? That's debatable because there's a lot of great number 2s out there. But I love that Kyrie has kept us all about basketball. But what I also love is the league, sports reporters, and other people allowed this kid to grow up. Sometimes they keep forgetting
Yeah,
that
and the media. They really
these are young
they
athletes.
can, man. And they like, I got to get my column out there. I got to get people to read my column. So I'm gonna write this narrative about
Right.
his ass. He want his own team. He don't like LeBron. He need to
Right.
be kissing up to the LeBron. That dude ain't sitting around. How can you get that just from, being a writer in the looking at his body language after a game and asking him questions? How can you judge somebody like that?
And see, and that goes back to that competition level. You telling me you want me to be a dog, but then you gonna tell me I gotta submit my talents to him? No, I
Right.
ain't doing that. Listen,
Right.
I've been the number one guy, but I've never been on a team where anybody that was under me was like, we respect Will so much, we ain't gonna compete against him. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even want you to do that. Why?
Right.
How we gonna win if you coming into practice and you ain't pushing me and I ain't pushing you? So I thought when Kyrie was going through that phase of just his emotional that he was being, I thought he was being more drove into the
Mm.
emotional um for more off the court things that they were trying to
Yeah.
tie to on the
Yeah.
court. Like, Kyrie putting stuff up on social media. This is why he's playing bad basketball. Come on, really?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But they gonna have to handle it now. I mean, I
Yes,
want to see,
sir.
like they was talking about on SNA and the show. They was like, between Kyrie and Jaylen Brown, which one of them gonna have a better series? And I think every time, like when these series starts, and you got the superstar guys on both squads, you got to count for one of them being off in one or two games.
Absolutely.
They just gonna be off.
Absolutely.
It may be the defense a little bit, 50%. You're gonna have somebody, in front of you trying to keep you from getting your spots and get to the rim, of course.
Absolutely.
But ain't nobody finna be playing no hella defense like that. So the superstars, who's just gonna be consistent on, like, through all these games. That's hard to
And
tell, right?
I think that's key though. Who's going to be consistent? I don't.
Yep.
I mean, I will say this. I like Jason Kidd's game plan because what he does is Kyrie and Luka has figured out how to let each other be, the top dog at any point during the game. I mean, I I think I saw an interview with Kyrie and even Luka confirmed it. Kyrie goes up to Luka and say, "Hey man, you got the next 10 shots. If you need me, I'm available." I mean, that's respect.
Mm.
Then Luka does the same. Hey Kyrie, this second half, dog. I
They
I need
they
you.
doubling me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, Kyrie, I need you to be Kyrie. Go do that Kyrie thing. And that's so I think I love their game plan. And I think they will have a lot of success with that. When I look at Boston, I really see Boston more from a defensive standpoint than an offensive standpoint. I think Tatum will get his numbers. I think Jaylen Brown is going to get his numbers. But where else do they get scoring from?
Oh,
Especially if
they
Porzingis is not going to be available. Who knows right now?
the two X dudes is the old school Horford and oh boy, what's his name? The white uh
Now you got
the
me.
third kid, Derek White.
Oh, Derek White. Derek White. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But
It's them two for them.
but
It's them
here's
two for them.
yeah, but
And
this is
they
my concern.
bench.
This is my concern with Derek White,
Because
Drew
Derek
Holiday.
White can go off and get you 28, Will.
I know, but do you want that?
Shit, he may have to do it. And with these two
But
of juggernauts they finna play,
I'm
and Derek
saying,
Lively bouncing.
but that's what I'm saying. Will Boston win a championship with Drew Holiday and Derek White as their two main scorers?
Well, if Tim Hardaway Jr. ass can shoot a fucking jump shot, in the damn ocean,
Hey,
if he done forgot how to. It's been an APB out for him.
hey, that's why he ain't getting on the court.
What the hell is going on?
You gotta, you
Come
gotta
on,
be
Tim
able to play.
Hardaway Jr., you waited for this moment, bro. Like, that's what I'm like, y'all. That's what they missing. You didn't let the old boy, the left hand cat, come in and just take
Derrick
your
Jones.
rip.
Derrick
Yeah,
Jones be out there hitting all kind of threes. And he the
man.
small forward, power forward some games.
Poor, right. Come on, Tim Hardaway Jr., man. Come on. If he call your number, if Jason Kidd call your number, man, be in the gym right now getting ready, man, because I want you to succeed in this series. I want you to come in and be a reason why we won that game, because you was on today, bro.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. I don't know who's going to be. I know you said those two guys are going to be the X factor. I can't foresee Tim Hardaway Jr. being an X factor over in Dallas. Maybe PJ Washington. He might be able to. If he hitting them corner threes, that's his spot over there. I think the
The-
big fellas, Lively. I think those two big dudes, man. I think they're going to be instrumental. But I feel like if 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 Derek White and Drew Holiday are leading Boston in scoring, then Dallas walks away with this thing in 6 games, man. I'm not making a. I guess I am making a prediction, but it ain't a solid
why,
prediction
why,
because the games ain't
why you
started
say
yet.
that, though? I mean, why you say them too like that?